There we go. All right, now take two. We'll try this again. Sorry for folks. Again, we were running a little bit late. Had some technical difficulties shifting to our new setup, and clearly we forgot to push the big blue button that says go. So John Roshko alongside Dylan Funk here for the third game of the 62nd annual Tonganoxie Invitational. And 5 minutes left in the first quarter, all tied up 3-3. Again, solid action on both ends of the court.
And very much just like we saw there, that's really what's been going on here for the better part of 3 minutes here in this first period. Very fast-paced action.
It should be now. Refresh. Don't. Just give me now. No, I'm in. I'll handle that. If you just keep talking, as we're going, I will come back. They may need to reload. You can call.
Okay. All right, so if you can or you cannot hear me on the live stream, like I said, we had a little bit of a hiccup when we were setting up here at our new location. If you are hearing me, that means you are up and you are working. And if you know people that are having problems right now, you can go ahead and shoot them a text, let them know that my partner is working on getting us back up onto the YouTube's end, as we're hopefully we'll have this problem fixed up here very, very soon. In the meanwhile, another turnover there by the Lady Raiders, and the Chieftains have the early advantage, 7-3, 4:23 left to go here in the first period. Lady Chieftains looking to add on to it right here. Sunderland inbound as she's looking. I believe they're going to call the foul down inside on Trista Huber. It'll be the 5'7" sophomore, and it will be and there we go. That'll be her first foul of the evening. I believe it's the 13th foul on the Lady Raiders. Here come the Chieftains. Bruisman being aggressive, very on the inside. I believe she stepped on the inbound line, and she did. Very unfortunate there when you're just working down on the baseline. Not a lot of wiggle room. And again, it's been a very, very fast start here for the Lady Chieftains. Better start than we've seen them get off to in the past couple of games. Something that Coach Loomis definitely has to be proud of in his squad. Looks like we're going to have a shooting foul here that will be called on number 20, Reagan Seba. That'll be her first foul. At the line, shooting two. And banking in the first one, there'll be Alexis Billings for Wamego. And she's able to connect on both of them. Here's Bruisman inbounds to Sutherland. She's going to give it back to Bruisman as we see, again, a little bit of an early press here from Wamego, easily backing off. Bruisman taking points. She's going to give it to Barnes. Barnes going to try to drive in. Billings doing a great job. Now to Heidi Baldock, her first appearance of the night. Giving it to Sunderland. She tries to give it to Barnes. A little bit tipped, still gets there. Seba couldn't quite take that one in from Barnes. She dives on it. It's going to be called jump ball. And the possession arrow is in favor of Wamego. Coach Loomis is going to be making another substitution. Number 21, Brooklyn Lang, will be coming in for her first action of the evening. Taking out Reagan Seba, giving her a little bit of a breather. There's Wamego looking for an answer, giving it inside to Billing. She tries to go up underneath, and she traveled beforehand. And another turnover here early for Wamego. Bruisman inbound. She heaves it across, finds Barnes. Barnes now is going to pick up her dribble, giving it back to Bruisman. Trying to take a screen from Baldock. She's going to give it to Lang. Lang's going to try to drive in. Before she dished it to Balak, it's going to be another foul on the Chieftains. As I'm waiting for the scoreboard to update so I can get a number here. And meanwhile, Paige Donnelly is going to check back into the game for the Red Raiders, taking out Alexis Billings. And it looks like they called that last foul on Brooklyn Lang. And here's a drive, no good. A little bit of a scramble for the rebound. Some contact, and they're going to say last touch by Brooklyn Lang. It will stay down here with Wamego. Cadence Cougar is going to come check out of the game. As it looks like number 10, Addison Denny, is going to check in. Wamego looking inbound. She finds Donnelly. Good pressure there by Lang. Almost got a hand on it. And Heidi Balda coming through with the aggressive defense, causing the turnover. There's Seba. She's taken in by Hubler. She's going to go right through. Give it to Lang, trying to work it inside the Bruisman as she is calling for it. Tries to give it to Baldock. She couldn't handle the pass, and here comes Wamego coming back the other way, and the layup is good for Ryan Alderson. And Wamego has been able to put a couple of runs together and has tied this game back up at 7. Baldock trying to give it inside the Bruisman, tipped around, collected in by Seba. Seba trying to draw offense. She dribbles in, dishes it to Baldock. Good find. Could not finish off the glass, though. Rebounded by Denny. And she's going to bring it up the court herself as she passes the timeline. Dishes it back to Pearson. Wamego passing it around the perimeter. Here's a screen. Not taken. Thought about taking the shot there. Good dish on the drive and the spin. Going up, foul, and count it. Great play there by Addison Denny going through the contact and looking to finish the three-point play at the line of. And a little too strong off the back iron on her second free throw. And here come the Lady Chieftains fast and furious, trying to give it to Bruisman. And Denny was able to get a hand on it, but they're going to say last touch by Bruisman. And Wamego is going to get the ball right back. And as my partner puts the headset back on, we will go ahead and welcome him back in.
Again, thanks to everybody for your patience as we try and get things settled. And like I said, as Dylan shared, if you're getting messages from someone who doesn't have the Go, just tell them to refresh and reload, and it should pop up. And
so there, another good jump shot there by Ashton Pearson. As Wamego has gone on a nice little run here, as they now have the 4-point lead. Chieftains trying to enter here. Bruisman drawing the foul, and she's going to go to the line for 2. So they're going to call that foul on Ryan Alderson. Alderson's going to get checked out of the game, and Candace Cooker is going to come back in for her. Bruisman too strong there again, and Wamego's coming back down fast and furious. Good find inside, nobody around. Baldock trying to get their lay, and she got a good block on it. And a good defensive recovery there. Big credit to Heidi Baldock. She got down there, got the block, creating the jump ball, and the Chieftains will walk away with possession.
Earning the rebound in the stat book there. She forces the tie up, and the Chieftains take over on possession arrow.
Lang dribbled it off her knee, but easily able to recover. And great defense there by Ashton Pearson, and causing the double dribble. As we're here in the final 45 seconds or so and counting in the first quarter, and we're going to have another turnover here.
Donnelly got bumped into Lang and stepped on the sideline, and
good find to Barnes. Almost went out of bounds. She was able to save it. She tries to give it to Seba, and she does. Chieftains have a little bit of numbers. Baldock from the free throw line. She's going to be fouled on the shot. She almost banked it in, but she'll try to earn them from 2. And we call that foul number 10, Addison Denny. It's saying it'll be her first.
Hubler checking in for Wamego, and
that's Emily Crowley checking in for the Lady Chieftains. And Baldock able to earn at least 1 at the line, cutting the lead back down to 3. Wamego can hold on to it here for the final shot of the first quarter if they wish. Pearson again, good find inside. Looked a little too far under the backboard, and we're going to call another jump ball. This one staying down here with Wamego. Pearson looking to inbound. She's going to get it on the perimeter for 3. And no good there, and the foul's going to be called on Wamego as they are getting pretty close here to putting the Chieftains in the bonus.
So two more fouls, and the Chieftains will be in the bonus the rest of the first half. And it's odd to see this early in the half to see his team sniffing at the bonus, but we'll take it.
It's been a pretty crazy day, John, so why not?
Exactly.
Here's Seba bringing it on, taken by Pearson as we're now close to 5 seconds. Probably looking to get a shot here. She tries to drive. No contact called. And that will end the first quarter. After 1, Wamego has the early advantage, 11-8 over the Lady Chieftains. Keep it here. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back here to Tonganoxie High School in the West Gym. Yes, this school has 2 gyms, believe it or not, and 2 separate buildings, believe it or not. Very unique. Sunderland, she gives it back up top to Barnes and to Seba. Seba giving it right back to Sunderland. Oh, a good block inside. And Cadence Cooker on the block there. Pearson trying to take advantage. No good, taken in by Bruceman. It was poked away, and Pearson missed Johnny on the spot right there to recollect. A little bit of a bump there from Denny, but no foul called. And she's able to finish there. Another found side. Good pass there from Sunderland and finding Bruisman. And just a little bit of a hiccup there is, I think she moved a little bit on the baseline before she inbounded the ball.
And unless she stepped into the court to retrieve the ball, that's the only. Because after a make, you've got the full baseline. But
I couldn't quite see from this vantage point, but it's like we always talk about. The referees always have the better vantage point there. A little bit of a hiccup there on the inbound, and cashing it in for two is Ryan Alderson. So you could say here as we're starting to get into the second quarter of this game, a little bit of sloppiness for both teams to start out. Definitely something they're looking to kind of clean up on as we get deeper into this game on the Constellation side of the bracket. And now with this last foul from Wamego, the Lady Chieftains will be in the 1-and-1 bonus for the 6:51 left here in the second quarter. Seba, nothing but net on her first.
And after Monday night's loss, Reagan Seba was back in the gym working on her free throws, so she's committed to that.
Yeah, definitely the last one in the gym that night as you and I were packing up and leaving. She was there working on every little fundamental as she could. Got a full timeout here. We will go ahead and take that with them. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
All right, as we're coming out of the timeout here, just wanted to give the viewers a little quick view of the bracket. We will have it updated here in the next couple of days, but I have the updated version right here in front of me. This is the game we're playing right now, Wamego versus Tonganoxie on the back side of the bracket. Winner of this game will go on to play Friday at 6:30 right here in the West Gym, and they will take on the winners of the consolation game between Bonner Springs and DeSoto. So that is what we're looking at here at the moment.
A little slow on the music cutoff there on the scorer's table, but Enter Sandman's never a bad thing to play.
Oh, never. A little jump shot from the elbow there. Couldn't quite find the rim from Billings. Here's corralled in by Cheyenne Aaron as she's dribbling it up. Definitely one thing I've noticed early from Wamego, they are very, very aggressive, very tight on their defense. Heidi Baldock doing a great job. Swarmed around by a couple of black jerseys and going up and finishing, and the lead is now down to 1 for Wamego. Billings to Pearson, she's going to give it down low. Alderson tried to finish, and she'll be going to the free throw line instead. Alderson is great on her first one. And good on her second. Another substitution here for Wamego. Addison Denny is going to check her way back into the game. Taking out Ryan Alderson. As we've seen this a couple times this season, John, Coach Loom is very, very comfortable with kind of his post player taking point and bringing it across the timeline. Shows a lot of confidence and kind of your post player who technically isn't really supposed to be known, I guess, for their best handles, but we've seen it from Bruisman and Ashton Barnes many a times. They are well more than capable of doing it themselves.
And Baldock edging off her mark there.
Bruisman trying to take advantage and banks it in. And very back and forth, very close action so far. Here's Wamego trying to answer. No good there from Cooker, taken in by Baldock. And here's Seba, she gives it to Aaron. We've seen her not afraid to shoot it for three. She's gonna pass instead. Baldock, Sunderland, quick passing from the Lady Chieftains. And they're gonna call Seba for the travel. Grace Williams of Wamego will be checking now into the game. Looks like Candace Cooker is going to get a break here as we're approaching the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. 17-16 Wamego. Pearson's going to try her luck for three, and good. Another. Can't quite handle the pass, but Bruisman's there to collect. And they're going to call an offensive foul instead. About half of the gymnasium here got really excited, thought it was going to be an and one play. Instead, called for the offensive charge. And it looks like we're going to have a little bit of a conference here with the officials. And they are sticking with their call, which was probably the right one.
We're focused on the action down here on the baseline, but Coach Loomis coming out to talk to the official and took a quick glance down, make sure he steps inside that 28-foot line so he doesn't earn a technical for his troubles. You looked at it, you get a little Rocky Horror Picture Show style, it's just a jump to the left. B went right, but anyway, yeah. I digress. So we do that here. Our jobs.
I think that little box, I think that's just a suggestion for the coaches overall.
Well, it's one thing. They will, you can talk to the referees, but if you step out of that box and are screaming at them, you're much more likely to earn technical again. And I think Coach Loomis is definitely going to want some words with the officials because as the second offensive foul in as many possessions called on the Lady Chieftains.
Yeah, and hats off to Alexis Billings as she got her feet set and taken the contact there. Getting the Wamego crowd and bench pumped up here. Pearson, little spin around. It's swinging the ball around. Back to Pearson up top. She's going to give it right back. Trying to go up to the shot was Denny, and it was taken away. Here's Seba on the other end. Had it poked away again by Hubler. And Wamego is going to take a little timeout here. There's going to be a 30-second timeout. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, you'll find personalized coverage designed for you. As an agency, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, I need to work on that part. Call 913-369-6600. And partner, I haven't been doing this long enough to where those numbers and those lines aren't sticking into my dreams and nightmares yet, but the longer I stick at it, they probably will.
Yeah, it's I can still hear spots from the very first PA job that I had, UMKC softball. See, we're driving in a lane up through traffic.
Ooh.
And
off the top of the backboard, but again, no call. Good job there, by the way. Taken back in by the Chieftains. Short off the glass. And my head hurts just from watching that. That was a lot of back and forth. I believe Seba collided down low. Looks like she's getting up and all right. And after all of that, Wamego will still end up with the basketball. Brooklyn Lane's going to check back into the game for Reagan Seba, giving her a little bit of a breather. Morgan Bruisman will find her way back into the ball game as well as she takes out Heidi Baldock.
And Baldock, as she, doing the hard work, getting in there, forcing the tie up, but possession arrow gave the ball to Wamego.
Next dead ball looks like Wamego is going to be taking out almost their whole squad, 4 out of the 5 ladies. Last touch by Wamego will be in possession of the Chieftains.
I always hate doing these as a statistician as I'm sitting next to him. And, substitutions like this, you just like, okay, we're just going to
Yeah, that's
mass substitution that one and let the programs figure it out.
Yeah, I tried to look at all the numbers, and I got a couple of them mixed up, and I was like, I'm not even going to try because I don't want to embarrass myself. Nevertheless, there are 5 on the court for each team. This is Hubler. She's going to give it to Starkey. Now she's going to give it to Donnelly. Not about a good drive inside, and we're going to get a foul call here. As Hubler tried to drive in, I believe they're going to call that foul on Sunderland, I believe. And if the scoreboard is right, that is her 3rd foul. So a little bit of foul trouble here early for one of Coach Loomis's starters.
And speaking of Coach Loomis, make sure you stick around for the SNS Body Shop postgame show tonight, as Coach Loomis will be joining us to talk about tonight's results in the season. It's one of the things we've not been able to bring you during these doubleheaders because things kind of go so quickly. But with the single game and a lot of break time between now and the start of the next game, get them up here and.
Absolutely. It's something I honestly really enjoyed during football, and I wish we'd been doing it here for basketball, but like I said, this is perfect timing here in the tournament. Each team just playing, once a night. It's a great chance to get the thoughts from the coaches down on the bench and on the court.
We will try to bring those to you going forward in the doubleheaders. We've got it set up with the coaches, just need to get everybody on the same page. We're going to have Coach Phil Jones join us during the halftime break of the girls' game, do a little pregame chalk talk for the men's contest, and then halftime of the boys' game, Coach Loomis will come up and do some post-game evaluation and thoughts. Definitely a little bit more insightful than our yammering, but
yeah, absolutely. And we all know, I'm sure, everybody listening at home or wherever you are watching would much prefer to hear from the likes of Coach Loomis and Coach Jones rather than us, because what do we know, right?
There's slight contact, but contact nonetheless. Whistle, and Seba's going to head to the line. Try and cut the deficit.
6.
Wamego stretched it back out to 7, and Chieftains still looking for their first lead since the first quarter.
Little 3 dribble ritual at the line, and it works out for Seba there as we're now back to a 5-point ball game. Starkey trying to find inside. Good pass out to the wing to Donnelly. Just missed there on the 3. Thought for a second that one was going in, but it just rattled out. Lang giving it to Aaron. Poked away there for a minute, but taken in by Seba. Taking the screen from Bruisevin. She's going to try to drive it herself. And another offensive foul being called. And that is the second one where the Chieftains could have had a potential and one opportunity, but instead another offensive foul called there. And that one will be on Seba, and that is her 3rd foul. And if you heard that parent's remarks there, you might be right. And definitely a little bit of an early challenge for Coach Loomis, as he has a pair of starters already with 3 fouls here before the end of the first half. And Donnelly trying to drive, and she's going to get called for the travel.
And great work on the early part of that possession by Wamego, setting up the two-layer screen. And see Crowley trying to pursue and sidesteps the first, and then just runs smack into the second. And
it's kind of like you feel great. You pass that first screen, it's like, all right, and then all of a sudden you're right into the second one. Rebounding out to Lang, just a little strong on the three-pointer there. Paige Donnelly takes the point. She's going to take the screen. She's going to try to drive it herself, trying to pass it back to Hubler, who was cutting away from the ball. Nevertheless, the Lady Chieftain got a hand on it, so we'll stay down here with Wamego, saving the potential turnover. There's Starkey. She's going to now give it back to Pearson. Lane coming up to take her on. There's Hubler. She's looking. Looks like she might have dribbled it off her foot. Nevertheless, Starkey there is to collect it. She's looking for help. She's going to give it back to Hubler. Good pass to Pearson. Batted around there. Good dive hustle there by Bruisman to save it. She gives it to Crowley, and Crowley's going to give it to Lang. Here comes Lang. This time they're going to call. Finally, as my partner said, it's exactly how we are all feeling up here. Fourth time is the charm. Chieftain fans at home. This is Lang going to the line, shooting two. First one strong off the iron. That last foul was called on Ryan Alderson. That'll be her third. So as we've seen, the fouls are kind of now starting to pile up on both teams. And Lang able to get some redemption on the second one, as the lead is now down to 4 for Wamego. Chieftains looking to finish strong here on the defensive end, maybe trying to get another possession in to cut the lead down to even less. Starkey looking down inside. Good job finding Denny. Went back outside to Hubler. She tried to drive in. We're going to have another foul call. Mitch Loomis kind of giving the hey, what gives, and you've seen the official down there kind of giving in the hand, saying, knock it off. I don't want to do this. Don't make me do it.
But they don't want to have the discussion right now. And
as we're 27 and change seconds left until halftime, so. And no good on the second, but a good job there by Denny on the box out to collect the rebound. Ball makes its way back to Pearson as she shows off the handles on Lang, trying to shake her off. She's going to give it now to Hubler. She takes a good screen there, puts up the jump shot, and good. Cougar with a great job there on the screen to get Trista Hubler an open shot, and she did not miss. And a little bit of mishandling there for the Lady Chieftains, and they will have to go into the locker room with maybe a couple of missed chance opportunities. At halftime, Wamego has the early advantage, 25-19. We'll be right back right after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie, like hunter education courses, short sports, 4 and under instructional soccer, and so much more. Registration is open for spring soccer from now until February 5th. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502.
Community-minded, community-strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. A small-town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
What would happen if If I had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors, what would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter, male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers, we have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back at the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
All right, and the halftime show today is brought to you by Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. Community-minded, community-strong. Community National Bank is a small-town bank with big-time capabilities. For a full range of banking services, visit Community National at 231 North Main Street or online at communitynationalbank.net. We're back here at Tonganoxie High School at halftime in the West Gym. 25-19 is the halftime score in favor of Wamego. As we are just now realizing it says Wildcats, but we have moved on from the Holton matchups and we are now playing the Raiders. Again, we were a little rushed on our setup and having to move over from the East and the West Gym, so we had a little bit of hiccups. We will have this all ironed out hopefully by tomorrow in time for the boys tip-off, so we apologize for that.
You know, again, as we look at the halftime statistics, one thing that jumps out to me is points off of turnovers. You know, again, Tonganoxie, you know, the squads are even in turnovers. Tonganoxie's turned it over 11 times and forced 9 from Wamego, but Wamego scored 14 points off their turnovers to just 6 for the Lady Chieftains, and
yeah,
it's becoming kind of a theme. You know, again, we talked about it last. We talked about it on Monday. We talked about it last week, and you know, we've got to, you know, the Lady Chieftains have got to figure out a way to get that squared away, get things taken care of, and
yeah, absolutely. And we talked about it a little bit last night. You know, we saw a couple of turnovers, you know, for the boys varsity squad as well. And like we said, you know, it doesn't matter what level you are playing this ball game at. You know, turnovers will always come back, you know, and hurt you. And especially when the other team is taking those turnovers and cashing in on them, like Wamego is doing tonight. You know, over double the amount of points that the Lady Chieftains have collected off of Wamego's turnovers. So, you know, definitely something Coach Loomis and his squad wanting to clean up on their end, and also when they get those opportunities, getting those turnovers from Wamego's, trying to go down the other end and making them count.
And, you know, obviously you look at the difference, you know, 8-point difference in points off turnovers, it's a 6-point margin. So, again, if the Chieftains can even nibble 1 or 2 baskets away, you know, cut that in half, again, you got a shot at coming back and winning this game and playing at 6:30 on Saturday as opposed to the 4 o'clock tip.
Yep,
absolutely. Or Friday.
Absolutely, and I'm just kind of looking around here. Looks like total field goals in the first half. The Chieftains were 6 of 17 from the field, bringing it in at 35.3%. And for Wamego doing a little bit better there, 8 of 18, 44.4%. So both teams not really lighting it up from the field yet so far, but like we saw with the boys game last night, you know, you start having those cold streaks, you know, kind of drip, you know, leak into the second half of the game, they really can't come back and hurt you.
Absolutely. You know, looking at the offense, the scoring is pretty well spread out. Reagan Seba leading all scorers with 7 points on the night. 5 of those coming from the free throw stripe. She's 5 of 7 from the line. Ryan Alderson leading Wamego with 6, a pair of field goals and a couple of free throws. But, you know, again, Donnelly and Pearson both with 5 for Wamego, and a couple of scorers with 4 points, Emma Sunderland and Morgan Brusman for the Lady Chieftains. Again, you know, it's good to see the spread out offensive that, you know, not the defense can't compact and challenge one player. They've got to play honest, you know.
Yeah.
But, again, we'd love to see, like I said, just that little bit more production on the points off turnovers line. And
And another one that kind of catches my eye, I see down here, the points in the paint. Both teams held to 0 points inside the paint. So when we look at it, we've seen so many times this season the Lady Chieftains in their games when they really start really pulling away in ball games. That's when they've been able to work their best, getting the ball down inside. Let like Morgan Bruisman, for example, clean it up on the boards and finishing down low for 2. And so far, Wamego doing a fairly decent job so far, not allowing any points down low. And on the flip end for the Lady Chieftains, doing a great job beefing up their down presence, their down low defense as well. And as I'm looking here at this Wamego Raiders team, I mean, they got a couple of girls on here that got some fairly decent height. I got Addison Denny here, who's 5'10". Maya Gallagher, who we haven't seen in the ball game yet, she's coming in at 5'9". Have a couple of 5'7", 5'6". You got Grace Williams at 6 foot. So Wamego definitely kind of has the length and the size to dominate down low, and just not yet, at least, have we seen them take advantage of that quite yet. So.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half of action right after this.
Wizard of Paws, located in charming downtown Tonganoxie, offers personalized pet grooming with an attention to detail. At Wizard of Paws, your pet becomes family and will be in a clean, stress-free, relaxing environment. With appointments throughout the day, Wizard of Paws gives your pet a one-on-one grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or bring your pet in for a free estimate at 612 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawsgrooming.com.
So, what is love?
Love is being independent.
Love is dancing.
At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com.
To be successful on the field or the court, you need a quality team. To be successful in the real estate game, you need the team at Whitebirch Properties Realty Executives in Tonganoxie. Amanda, Brianna, and Joanna make up this team of like-minded individuals with the goal of making the home buying and selling process enjoyable and stress-free. The team at Whitebirch Properties is in it to win it. Stop by and put together your game plan at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007.
All right, thanks to the support from our sponsors, Tonganoxie Sports Live is proud to bring tonight's coverage of Chieftain Athletics free of charge. If you enjoy our broadcast and would like to show your support, please go to www.tonganoxiesportslive.com/donate and make a contribution. Thank you to all of our sponsors, fans, coaches, administrators, and of course the student athletes. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and never miss a broadcast by subscribing at youtube.com/Tonganoxie Sports Live. And we are back here for the third quarter of action. Dylan Funk alongside John Roshkov on the camera and color.
That's the start that the Lady Chieftains needed there.
Absolutely. Reagan Seba wasting no time at all. There's Hubler. She gives it now to Donnelly. Look, a little trip up there from Seba. She takes the three, no good. Still collected by Bruisman. Seba's open down low. They get the pass to her. Good job holding up on the layup there and able to finish. Very quick back-to-back points for the Lady Chieftains, all coming courtesy of number 20. And Wamego's going to take a quick timeout here as their lead is now down to 2. And we got a timeout here. Will be a 30-second. We will stay here with them. So, yeah, John, we kind of talked about Lady Chieftains need to come out, a little bit more fast-paced, maybe need to be a little more aggressive, attacking a little bit, just kind of clean up their act. Reagan Seba taking it upon herself, going back-to-back easy layups and getting the Chieftains right back into this.
Absolutely. Great work by Coach Loomis to get his squad fired up in the locker room. They came out, and you see them coming out, catching Wamego bit off guard and forcing the early timeout.
And it was just like we saw in that Piper game. They went into halftime, trailing by a decent margin. They came out and went on a nice, hot run there at the beginning of the third quarter to bring them right back into it, looking to continue that here. And definitely this is not the way you want to try to follow it up, as Wamego's going to try to take a three. A little strong there from Hubler, but now we're going to have a whistle down.
Foul's going to be called on Wamego's Paige Donnelly. She cleared space for the rebound.
And that'll be her third foul of the evening, according to the scoreboard. Here's Brusman bringing it up, taken on by Kucher. Giving it to Seba, and again, having a little bit of hard time getting a handle on it. And another whistle here. And oh no, they're going to call that on Seba, and I believe that is now her fourth. So definitely one more for her, and she will have to watch the rest of the game from the bench due to a foul out. Wamego not able to cash in on the turnover there. Here comes Sunderland bringing it down. She's going to give it downside to Brusman. Brusman trying to go to work with the left hand. Can't quite finish. Able to collect her rebound. Almost taking it out of Heidi Baldock's hands. Aaron for three, and again a little strong. Good hustle there by Sunderland. We got bodies falling all over the place down here. Oh, and Sunderland trying to pass it out to Barnes there on the wing. Just a little bit too far on the right side. Couldn't stretch out and collect it. Another turnover.
And I hate to see something like that where Barnes was set, ready to put up a three-pointer and cut the deficit to one, and just a smidgen off. And
here's a good drive by Billings. Again, she lost handle of it. Taken in by Pearson. She tries to give it back inside. Both the twos of the team diving down to get a collection of the ball, and it will stay down here with Wamego. Nevertheless, looks like Lane is checking back into the ball game, taking out Ashton Barnes. There's Billings taking the screen here. Again, having it on the wing. She's going to try to drive in, and she's going to draw the contact and go earn him at the line. And that'll send Alexis Billings to the line for two. And again, as we talked about a little bit of potential foul trouble here, that is now Emma Sunderland's fourth foul of the game. So Coach Loomis having a couple of his starters now going to be sitting on the bench for probably the remainder of this third quarter. Second free throw no good. It's collected in by Brusman, and she's going to bring it up herself. She gives it to Baldock. Baldock driving in, kicks it back out to Lang. Went through her hands first, tried to dribble it, still couldn't collect it. And another turnover here for the Lady Chieftains, as we talked about. Something they needed to try to clean up on. So far, not getting a good handle on it here to start the third.
Thankfully, they've been able to limit the damage so far. So
far, yep. There's Pearson. She's going to give it to Kucher, and now back to Billings. She gets the screen. She's going to drive in instead. There'll be another foul here on the Lady Chieftains. They're going to call that one on Morgan Brusman. That'll be her second of the evening. Pearson inbounds it to Billings. Kucher trying to call it for it down low. Could not get it. Hubler. Pearson trying to take a three, and good. If there's one thing the Wamego Raiders have been very efficient on tonight, John, is their three-point shooting.
Yeah, not flashy numbers, but
when they take
now
them,
they're shooting 60%. So
when they take them, at least they make them count. And
Hattie Baldock got whistle for the foul there. She hustled in and.
Again, Coach Loomis giving an earful here to the official down there. It could have some tension that's possibly building up between the two. Billings taking the screen. She's going to try to take a three herself and connects. Back-to-back threes for the Wamego Raiders as their lead is now up to 11, their largest on the night. And Coach Loomis is going to take a full timeout to try to get his squad to regroup. We will go ahead and take this break with them. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Welcome back here to Tonganoxie High School. We're in the third quarter right now. Wamego going on a hot streak right now as they have extended their lead to 11 over the Lady Chieftains. We're going to have a foul call, number 25, Trista Hubler. And that'll be her second of the evening. Barnes, good job dribbling out of trouble. Good job there by Bruisman putting the ball down before she dragged that second foot and got called for the travel. Lang trying to put a shot up and no good. There's Pearson. She's going to take the screen for Cooker. She's now going to give it to Alderson. Billings going to try to drive herself, trying to finish with the right hand, no good. And rebounded by Ashton Barnes. As Lang trying to drive in, and again, a little loosely with the handles there. Barnes going to try to take a three herself, and short off the iron. And again, from our vantage point up here, we're broadcasting it. It looked like it was on point. It looked like it had a chance of going in, but just a little short on entry. There's Hubler has it as she's looking to give it away. She's going to give it to Pearson. And a good cut inside there, going up strong and no good for Cadence Cooker. Chieftains looking for just some type of basket here to try to stop the bleeding and get back into this ball game, and that is not going to do them any favors right there. As Ashton Barnes kind of taking a page out of Tyler Bowden's book from football and just kind of driving right through the contact.
Yeah, unfortunately, you get whistled for that here, whereas, you know.
and that's why I couldn't play basketball, John, because I was just too aggressive.
You and me both. You and me both.
Pearson give it inside. No one's going to take on Denny, so she tries to take the jump shot herself, and we got a whistle. And It's going to be another call here on Wamego.
Addison Denny whistle for the foul, her second.
And now we see Wamego here. Looked like they were going to bring the full court press, but everybody backing off. And Denny coming to meet Bruisman as she goes right through it as she gives it to Rickard. First time we've seen her in tonight's action. She's going to try to drive it herself. Gets blocked, but they're going to call a foul. And right away, Rickard's going to get her first opportunity to get it on the score sheet. No good on her first one. Grace Williams will be checking into the game for Wamego, sending Cooker to the bench with her 2 fouls. And Rickard able to get the lucky bounce from the rim on the second one. And able to cut the lead now down to 10, 34-24. And another offensive foul here. And we see the official down here very aggressive there on the points.
Grace Williams whistled for the foul there.
That'll be her first of the evening. Or afternoon. I really don't know what time it is. I'm used to doing these in the evening, but.
I mean, I smell microwave popcorn, and well, I'm going to be useless for the rest of this game. No.
It does smell good, though. Bruisman collecting inside, definitely drawing contact there, and she'll now be going to the line for 2. Bruisman not able to connect on her first free throw. Paige Donnelly checks out of the game as Alexis Billings comes in for her. And they're going to call Donnelly back onto the court and tell Billings to go wait back by the scorer's table.
Looks like sounded like we had a lane violation whistled on that first one, and
Bruisman still not able to capitalize on the. So now it is official Billings checking out Donnelly for the game. Bruisman looking to connect on her second. Still can't get it to go after a couple bounces off the iron, and Wamego is going to give it right back to him as Grace Williams kind of puts the hands on her head saying, oof.
Yeah, pass to Alexis Billings, just not well collected there, and
again, Lady Chieftains here as we're starting to approach a minute left here in the third quarter, trying to get some offense rolling here as they still find themselves down by 10. Tried to work it inside the Bruisman and she couldn't quite collect. Good defense down there, almost very close there to an over and back for Wamego. Instead, Pearson collects as she gets the screen from Williams. She's going to drive, dishing it out on the wing to Hubler. Back out on the other wing, Hubler to Billings. She's going to drive, go up. And another whistle blowing, and we're going to have more free throws. Billings able to connect on her first. Looking to make her second, it just couldn't quite rattle it in there off the rim. Bruisman collects and brings it up, and she's going to give it to Crowley. Crowley almost cross court to Barnes. Now back to Crowley as the Chieftains trying to dribble their way and gives it to Rickard. And again, great defense here by Wamego. Chieftains able to work it inside to Brusman, and she's going to draw the foul, and she will be going back to the free throw line. And I believe
Foul's on Williams.
Her second, correct? Yes.
Yes.
That time Bruce been able to rattle it in for one. And second one short for Brusman. It's taken in by Denny as she gives it to Billings, and then Billings gives it to Pearson, and here comes Wamego looking to set up the offense. Back down. Here's Hubler driving baseline. Good ball movement here. Ball movement from Wamego, dishing it down inside to Williams. She collects, and she's going to try to go up with it, but call for the travel first. And a little bit of a rough going here for Grace Williams off the bench for Wamego.
Kind of surprised that the Lady Raiders didn't put up a shot there, but they kick it out to the wing and looked like she's wide open, but then she fired it around the horn up to the top of the key, and then they kind of squandered a chance there.
Yeah. Hey, Chieftains, whoever gets it here is going to have to try to put up a shot. It's going to get down to Brusman. It's going to be deflected by Addison Denny, and that will conclude matters here in the third. Chieftains got some work to do as they are down by 10, 35-25 to Wamego. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
One grooming experience, ensuring they return to you quickly and looking fabulous. Call Wizard of Paws at 913-416-0255 or bring your pet in for a free estimate at 612 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawsgrooming.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
And welcome back to Tonganoxie High School. Dylan Funk alongside John Roshkov as we're here getting ready to start the fourth quarter, 35-25 in favor of the Wamego Lady Red Raiders. Lady Chieftains looking to really looking to take over here for the rest of this game and trying to dig out of this hole that they have, trying to come away with the win and go on to play on Saturday at 6. Friday, I mean. Friday, my apologies. I'm getting a day ahead of myself as I'm getting ready for the boys' game tomorrow night. More on that during the postgame show. Good inbounds down low to Brusman, trying to get some work in and denied there by Cadence Cooker. She has been a force to be reckoned with down low. Pearson feeling confident from three, not able to connect on that one. Good job there by Brusman to collect, trying to pass it up to Rickard. I don't think she was quite ready for it.
Chieftains going to be fortunate there as it tips off of Wamego and out.
And Hubler tried to collect it, and she kind of just dribbled it off her shin as it started going out of bounds. She stepped out of bounds with it, so it'll stay down here with the Chieftains. Very fortunate indeed. And here's Sunderland and Seba, again, both kind of on a short leash. Only have one more foul left to give for each until they are both fouled out. So we'll just have to see how much that affects the way they play this game, if they got to tone back a little bit on the aggressiveness or not. We'll try the inbounds again. It gets into Bruisman. Good screen there from Baldock. Just kind of taken away there by Hubler. She's going to try to finish it herself. Can't quite do it. Coakley was trying there to finish as well, and ball was batted around, and the Lady Chieftains come away with it. I think the official pointed Wamego ball, but I think they're going to talk about this as might come across here, and they do indeed change the call. It will stay down here with the Lady Chieftains. All right, take 3. Baldock giving it to Bruisman. Bruisman trying to find Seba down low and just put it in a little too hot, too far out of reach. And the ball never lies, as they say, as it finds its way back to Wamego. And good defense there by Barnes and especially Baldock. She came in there late for the trap and was able to get the ball dribbled off her shin. It'll stay in possession of Wamego. Billings driving in on Sunderland. Goes up and under the basket, and great play there by Alexis Billings. Barnes driving in. Billings goes flying. No foul call. It finds its way to Seba as she drives, and I believe they're going to call Trista Hubler on the foul there.
Seba go to line, shooting the bonus.
And that'll be Hubler's 3rd foul on the evening. I believe that is now the 8th team foul on Wamego. And for the Lady Chieftains, a couple more fouls here from Wamego, and they will then be in the double bonus for the remainder of this game, which could provide to be very helpful for them as they try to dig themselves out of an 11-point hole at the moment. Free lane to drive for Hubler, and she's able to rattle it off the iron and fall in. Inbounds from Barnes to Sunderland. Sunderland, good job collecting it there very close to the baseline in front of the Wamego bench. Giving it back to Barnes, and she has it. She drives, gives it back to Sunderland. Back across to Seba. She's going to drive and try to go up, and that will be the ball game for Reagan Seba, as that will be her 5th foul and another offensive charge called on the Lady Chieftains. And just a very tough outing for that young lady tonight. Just here's Wamego, back advantage of the ball, looking to take advantage. Pearson, great job there. Wamego very efficient there, getting the ball down court, giving it to Pearson, letting her finish with the left hand. And I believe this is the largest lead for Wamego tonight. Get your words right, Dylan. Chieftains looking to do something about that as Morgan Bruisman is going to the line looking to finish the N1.
13-point deficit, not insurmountable, but a big mountain to climb.
Yes, and definitely one, if you're going to climb it, the time to start working your way up is now. You got to get some stops on defense here, and got to be getting points on the offensive end, and you got to play a little bit better defense than that. Chieftains getting a little bit lucky there and bailed out. Alexis Billings had it wide open. Down underneath, able to miss the layup. Here's the Chieftains looking to capitalize. Baldock's going to try to take it herself, and she's going to be going to the line, I believe. With that foul, John, the Chieftains should be in the double bonus.
And first player for Trista Hubler is Ashton Pearson. scoreboard still had the previous foul up there.
And Baldock no good on her second. Got a little scramble for the ball, and Wamego is able to collect. Here's Pearson blowing right through the defense from Lang. She gives it out to Hubler, taking the screen, not diving in on it. Hubler giving it back to Pearson. Wamego just trying to swing the ball around. Billings says enough of that. Tried taking it herself, couldn't quite finish there. Here's Cheyenne Aaron trying to dribble in past the defense from Tori Hubler. And just swatted away there, and a whistle on the court. Good defense there by Addison Denny coming up and being aggressive. Let's have a little bit of a conference here at the scores table. Did we get a
There's a
timeout?
timeout called. And Full will go ahead and take that one with him.
All right. We'll be right back right after this. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie, like hunter education courses, short sports, for and under instructional soccer, and so much more. Registration is open for spring soccer from now until February 5th. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502.
Welcome back here to Tonganoxie High School. We're ready to start action back up here after the timeout. Wamego sitting very comfortably here on a 13-point lead, 41-28, as we're getting down to about halfway through the fourth quarter. Another turnover there from Wamego. Ashton Barnes will be checking back into the game, taking out Lane. Sunderland inbounds the ball. She gives it to Brusvin. Brusvin is met by Cooker as she's able to dribble around, give it to Barnes in the wing. She's going to try to drive, kicking it back out opposite way. Chieftains swinging the ball around. Sunderland drives, gives it back to Aaron. Another good give there to Barnes. Open lane. She tries to drive. No foul call, but second time's a charm there. As Heidi Baldock tried to go up with the shot, she gets contact. She'll be going to the line for two. Gracious bounce from the iron there to connect on their first. Alexis Billings checks back into the ball game, taking out Paige Donnelly. And the second free throw from Baldock is good. Brooklyn Lane checking right back into the ball game for Cheyenne Aaron for the Lady Chieftains. Lady Chieftains trying to bring a little bit of pressure here, while Wamego making pretty easy work of it. Good find there to Billings down at the wing as she gives it back. Ball goes back to Pearson. Her three from the top of the arch, no good. And a tie-up called there, but luckily for the Chieftains, the possession arrow was in their favor. And a lot of back and forth substitution as now Aaron comes back into the game for Lang. So a little bit quick switcheroo between the two. Bruisman going strong. She now gives it to Barnes, looking to drive, and another foul is going to be called. I believe that one will be on Addison Denny. It will, and that'll be her third foul of the evening. And again, Lady Chieftains are in the double bonus. Barnes good on her first. And this will be the key right here, John, for the Lady Chieftains. If they want to get back in this ball game and win, whenever they get to the free throw line for these 2 free shots, they definitely have to make them all count. And Ashton Barnes does her part and connects for both. And another.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a, Lang, the defensive specialist, and Aaron more on the offensive end of things.
Definitely interesting. And
you'll see that quite often in the closing seconds of a basketball game, but it's, seeing with 3 minutes left is a little less common, but
Chieftains looking to stiffen up here on the defensive end, trying to get a stop. And that's a good start there as Billings turns the ball over and the Chieftains are getting the ball right back.
And as soon as we say, Aaron checks back in, so, Lang head to the bench.
So, very good call, partner. It looks like that is definitely what they're doing here.
So I guess could we call Brooklyn Lang the libero for the Lady Chieftains?
I guess you could. Very well indeed.
Mixing some sports metaphors there. And
before I started working with you, I wouldn't have known what a libero was. There's Barnes, a little bit of spin there on the drive. Couldn't quite connect, but the ball finds its way back into the hands of Heidi Baldock, and she gives it to Sunderland. Aaron for 3. No good, but we might have a foul underneath.
As Baldock got bowled into.
And that'll be on number 22, Cadence Cooker. That'll be her 4th. And that'll definitely be a huge loss for the Raiders if she ends up fouling out. One more foul and she will be gone. Baldock not able to connect on the first. Looking to redeem herself here. And the Chieftains walk away with 1 point on that possession. We already know who's checking back in for the Chieftains. Number 25, Trista Hubler, is checking back into the ballgame, taking out number 12, Ashton Pearson for Wamego. Wamego going back through the Chieftains press. Chieftains doing a good job getting back, able to get away with the steal there. Bruisman giving it to Barnes. Baldock wants it down low. She gets it. She's trying to turn around. Giving it back to Barnes. Barnes, she thought about it. I could see it. Lang drives, giving it back to Barnes. Barnes is going to now drive it herself. Back out to Sunderland. Another head fake. Driving. Who's it going to? Barnes. She's going to try her luck from 3. Yes, ma'am! And the Lady Chieftains are right back into this ball game.
You think, obviously, Ashton Barnes feeling a little hesitant over on the left side. And she got the ball early, and, she thought about it, and then, kind of coming there on the right side, maybe feeling a little bit more wide open, and kind of had that cushion of the bench that they would have told her, hey, you got an open shot. But again, that love to see the confidence builder for that young lady. See if we can capitalize on that the rest of the way. And
absolutely, and you saw her that whole entire way. She had it, and you just see her kind of looking and calculate, saying, nah, no, not yet. And finally, once she got open, no hesitation at all. And just like that, we talked about a 13-point lead for Wamego is now trimmed down to 5. So,
Chieftains trailing 41-36 with a minute 53 left to go.
Wamego trying to make this stop. A little bit of a risky pass there, but Wamego's able to come out of the press. And a good defense there by Heidi Baldock, and that's going to force the hands of Wamego to take a timeout here. And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take that with them. We got a game coming down to the wire here. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Community minded, community strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie. A small town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
To be successful on the field or the court, you need a quality team. To be successful in the real estate game, you need the team at White Birch Properties Realty Executives in Tonganoxie. Amanda, Brianna, and Joanna make up this team of like-minded individuals with the goal of making the home buying and selling process enjoyable and stress-free. The team at White Birch Properties is in it to win it. Stop by and put together your game plan at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007.
And welcome back here to Tonganoxie High School in the West Gym. Oh, and almost another steal there for the Lady Chieftains. And oh no. Oh no, and that's a costly foul called there on Emma Sunderland. That'll be her fifth. Becoming the second starter for the Lady Chieftains to foul out of this ball game. Billings able to capitalize on the free throw. In case if you are just now joining us, Wamego definitely coming into this fourth quarter had a very comfortable lead, as large as 13. Were well in control, and unfortunately all their fouls kind of piled up on them, and they put the Lady Chieftains into the double bonus, and there was a good little 3-4 minute stretch there where the Lady Chieftains were able to use that to their advantage, and get back into this ball game. And this is how we got to where we are now, as Chieftains weren't able to get any points down on that possession, as they are now looking to get the ball back, instead they're going to foul. I'll call that one on Hattie Baldock. And that'll be her third foul of the evening. And this is still the 1-on-1 bonus for Wamego as they look to try to pull away here again, as we are approaching 1 minute left here in the fourth quarter. And Pearson able to connect on both, taking the lead back up to 8. Here's Bruisman going to drive and take it herself. Great job there.
And one.
And one.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
Okay.
We don't necessarily know what to make of that, because, it seems like every time that the Lady Chieftains have driven the lane, whistle sounds and it's a charge, but
a charge, offense foul, something, but that time, finally, for like the second time tonight, yes. Bruisman looking to finish the three-point play, can't quite get the roll off the rim. It was rebounded by Alderson. This is Billings that was dribbling up the court, and she'll be fouled again, and I would have to assume that Wamego is now in the double bonus.
First one hard off the iron, and recall the first free throw she shot a couple possessions ago. Got that weird stall off the back iron and rattled in, and the next two off the back iron. And
this one looking a little strong as well, and not able to connect on either. Fortunate breaker for the Chieftains as they look to capitalize with some points. Barnes, we see her again thinking about taking the three, but shuffling the feet just before the dribble, and they will call that a travel every single time. Unless you're in the NBA, they let you get away with a couple, 3-4 steps, you know. Anywho. Chieftains again trying to bring the press. Pearson doing a great job blowing right by it. She gives it to Billings out on the wing and back out to Pearson. Wamego just looking to bleed out the rest of the clock here. Sitting on a 6-point lead, and there will be another foul here by the Lady Chieftains, and Wamego can put the game on ice here at the line.
Lang trying to reach in and make contact, but like Pearson just a little bit too quick.
Good on her first free throw. Taking the lead back out to 7, looking to make it 8. Cheyenne Aaron down on the other end is already out at the wing. Looked in by Bruisman as she's bringing it up past the timeline. Looking for Aaron. Cutting in, she collects. Might want to try to put up a shot here. Instead, giving it to Bruisman. Deflected around and eventually taken in by Kukler of Wamego, and she gives it to Pearson, and she will be fouled, and that looks like that will do it.
And valiant effort on the comeback by Lady Chieftains, but looks to be too little too late as
that's the
Pearson can push the lead to 10. Does this make?
And she does. So I would assume Wamego maybe not want to play too tight a defense here. Just let the Lady Chieftains get a shot off as Ashton Barnes does it. A little too strong on the 3-point there, and they're just going to let Pearson and company dribble out the clock, and that will conclude matters here in this second round game. Wamego taking it over Tonganoxie 48-38. Here in the end, we will be right back right after this, and we will look over the bracket and much more during our post-game show. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
So great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
To be successful on the field or the court, you need a quality team. To be successful in the real estate game, you need the team at Whitebirch Properties Realty Executives in Tonganoxie. Amanda, Brianna, and Joanna make up this team of like-minded individuals with the goal of making the home buying and selling process enjoyable and stress-free. The team at Whitebirch Properties is in it to win it. Stop by and put together your game plan at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007.
All right, the postgame show is brought to you by S&S Body Shop. Since 1972, S&S Body Shop has been the place to go in Tonganoxie for auto body and repair work. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. And again, Dylan Fong alongside John Rushcup here as we concluded matters for this game tonight. Chieftains falling to Wamego. And now the...
Oh, crap, it is the boys bracket. My bad.
This is the boys' bracket. Okay.
That's right. We'll get that fixed in just a second.
While my partner is pulling that up, Wamego and Tongi just played here, and with Wamego's win, they will move on to play Friday at 6:30 here in the West Gym, and they will take on the winners of our upcoming game here in the West Gym between Bonner Springs and DeSoto. Bonner Springs' last game played 2 days ago against St. Thomas Aquinas as they dropped that one 54-23. And DeSoto last Monday dropping a game to Eudora 43-39. So again, Wamego will go on to play the winner of that game Friday at 6:30. The Chieftains, after dropping this game, will play on Friday at 4. So same time now on Friday. And we will be here, hopefully be a little more prepared, be a little more set up, get everything a little more fluidly going. And the Lady Chieftains will take on the loser of this game. And of course, if you want to stay updated on all the brackets, you can go to TongiNation.org. I'm sure they have all the updated brackets there for the boys and girls side. And while we are wrapping things up here, we finally got the final stats for the game. And I know, John, when you and I both got them, we looked right to one place. We talked about turnovers and points off turnovers that were plaguing, especially the Lady Chieftains in the first half. Well, here we got the final stats. The Lady Chieftains had 23 total turnovers, Wamego cashing in 28 points off of those 23 turnovers, almost a point per turnover.
It's better than a point per turnover. When you're giving up 1 point for every turnover, that's never a recipe for a win. Again, regardless of level, so on and so forth. Yeah, it's tough. And again, other side, look, a lot of the other specialty points, things are a little bit more even. Both teams scored, same amount from the line. Chieftains actually out-rebounded Wamego tonight, 36-24. And had, a much better cleanup on the offensive glass, out-rebounding Wamego 10-3. But, looking at the second chance points, not able to really capitalize on that, the second and third chances. Wamego saw a lot of production off of its bench. Again, part of that is, when you're, depending on the system, it's not necessarily a real telling statistic, but that's, again, big thing there. And again, shooting, both teams shot fairly well in the first half, 44.4% for Wamego, 40% for Tonganoxie. Second half, bit of a slump on both sides. Chieftains hitting at a 29.4% rate, and Wamego just barely outpacing him, 33.3. But again, that points off turnovers is that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, like you said, with all the levels and of this game and so on, anytime you're giving up, almost a point per turnover, that is just not a great recipe to go on, and succeed. I'm just looking at here total points now. Looks like for the Lady Chieftains, Reagan Seba, even though she kind of had an early exit in the game as she fouled out, led the Lady Chieftains 12 points, 6 and 9 from the free throw line, and looked like she was marked at 50% from the whole field. I'm looking down here, Wamego and Ashton Pearson leading all scorers for the Lady Red Raiders with 16. She had a pair of three-pointers and was 6 for 6 from the free throw line, so she definitely had a great part in that, Wamego's offense tonight and producing points for them, and she came up very big for them too as they started to pull away with this game. Again, we talked about the Lady Chieftains there, maybe, 3.5 quarters too late there on the rally. They, again, down by as much as 13, and as we got down to close to the final 2 minutes, cut it down to 5, but then at the end just weren't able to get it done. And Wamego was able to pull away easily and get the 10-point win. So a little bit of back-to-back rough games, rough outings for Coach Loomis' squad.
Yep, we're going to take a quick break as I see Coach Loomis heading up our way. We'll have a post-game interview with him. You're watching Chieftains basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Community-minded, community strong. That's what you get with Community National Bank in Tonganoxie, a small town feel with the best banking services, including great options on loans, checking and saving accounts, CDs, safety deposit boxes, and more. At Community National Bank, people don't care how much we know until they know how much we care. To learn more, check us out on Facebook at Community National Bank KS or visit communitynationalbank.net. Go Chieftains!
Get back in the game with Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie. As a state-of-the-art outpatient physical therapy clinic, Physical Therapy Solutions will develop a plan of care to help you move, reduce pain, restore function, and prevent disability. Physical Therapy Solutions takes great pride in delivering current, quality-driven treatments. Your physical therapist will work with you to help you understand your body so you will achieve long-term health benefits. To learn more, call Physical Therapy Solutions at 913-417-7400 or visit ptsolutionsks.com. The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission understands that the benefits of recreation are endless. That's why they are continually working to develop programs for all the residents of Tonganoxie, like hunter education courses, short sports, for and under instructional soccer, and so much more. Registration is open for spring soccer from now until February 5th. For more information or to get registered, go to tongirec.org or call the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission at 913-845-3502. Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
All right, welcome back here at Tonganoxie High School. We are joined now by Coach Loomis of the girls varsity squad. Coach, thank you again for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Maybe not the outcome you were looking for tonight. Another little bit of a tough loss. Tell me a little bit there towards the end. We saw the Lady Chieftains go on a nice little run there as you guys were down by as much as 13, and you were able to come back and cut it down to 5. What really kind of impressed you, or what did your team really show you on that run?
We attacked. That was something that I don't think we did very well Monday. And we talked about it a lot yesterday, and we did a much better job of just attacking the defense and doing the things that can get us open looks. And we got some girls that can make some plays. It's just kind of about confidence with them and having the ability to go in and do it.
Yeah, so anything in there, was there any kind of specific adjustments that you made, or was it just kind of a better mindset from your team, kind of saying, what do we have to lose? Let's just go out and really
I think that helps. I think when you just kind of turn them loose sometimes, sometimes as coaches, I think we maybe overcoach good players. And, when you turn them loose, they get that free mind and get to go in there and make some plays. But a lot of that happened on the defensive end, too. We created some good pressure. We did some good things. And we had some girls really get down and guard. And when they do that, it gave us a lot more opportunities on the offensive end.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had a couple of girls really step up tonight. One specifically that John and I both kind of caught was Heidi Baldock.
Yeah.
Really stepping up. Kind of your thoughts on her performance tonight? She really kind of seemed to really step up in crunch time.
Yeah, Hattie's one of those players that's just always going to do the right thing, and she's so physical and she's so tough, and she gets things done, whether it's tipping a rebound, whether it's going to get a rebound. She can guard on the perimeter, she can guard in the post, and she's just really starting to come into her own lately, and probably deserves a starting spot. She's not quite there for her, but she's given us as good a minutes over the last 2 weeks as anybody.
Absolutely, definitely one of your top go-tos off the bench for sure. As we close matters tonight, and of course you guys will be playing the losers of this game between DeSoto and Bonner on Friday at 4. Kind of looking at the stat sheet, I see points off turnovers really kind of being the big one. Wamego 28 points off 23 turnovers from your squad. So I guess on top of that, what other things are you kind of looking to clean up on as we start getting ready for this matchup on Friday?
Yeah, I mean, the turnovers are kind of an Achilles heel for us, and our Reagan was in foul trouble a lot of the nights. When you take our point guard off the floor, that hurts. But that's Wamego, and they're tough, and they play great defense, and they run 10 girls at you in 32 minutes, and they make you handle the ball for 32 minutes. And we actually ended up with Morgan Bruceman bringing it up the court a lot tonight, and she played the point guard and the post, and she was absolutely amazing tonight. But if we can just get a few more solid possessions, they got us sped up a little bit. you know, and it worked to our advantage sometimes, and then other times it didn't. But you know, we want to dumb that number down to a little bit lower and give ourselves better opportunities.
Yep. All right. Any final thoughts on the game tonight?
I mean, we're happy with the way we responded. We weren't very good on Monday, and I think that was pretty obvious. The girls were. We weren't very tough. We didn't play very hard, and we came back and had a good practice yesterday, and they really responded. I'm very proud of the way our girls responded to what we asked them to do tonight. They were tough, they were physical, and they showed that they can hang in a game like that. So we're pleased, and we'll get them ready to go for Friday.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Coach, for your time. Good luck next Friday.
Appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
With the First State Bank and Trust mobile app, you can bank from anywhere. Check your balance while you're waiting in line here, or transfer funds while you're here. Forget to pay that bill? Pay it from here. Don't cut your visit short to go to the bank. Make your deposit from here. And remember, you're always welcome to bank right here. Did you know First State Bank and Trust has donated over $112,000 to Tonganoxie schools? Every time you swipe your Tonganoxie Chieftain debit card, we donate. For more information, visit us at firststateks.com. Member FDIC.
Midwest Chiropractic Center in Tonganoxie is ready to get you back to being the active, energetic person you want to be. Midwest Chiropractic offers a friendly and caring environment with the most comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Dr. Robert Shook and Dr. Daniel Haug at Midwest Chiropractic Center care about your health, and their approach to care proves it. To schedule your appointment, call 913-369-0022 or visit them at mwchiropractic.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
All right, welcome back here to the postgame show as we're going to wrap things up here. Dylan Funk alongside John Rushkov as we just had our interview with Coach Loomis. John, I asked Coach Loomis about really, what his team really needs to work on tonight, and before I even got done with the sentence, he immediately said the turnovers and the points off turnovers. It was definitely something that he kept his eye on and knew that it was something that the Lady Chieftains definitely need to brush up on here in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, so, again, we talked about it. We hit on it at halftime, but then, the mirror image score, 14-6, and, when you – even with the nice comeback attempt that Tonganoxie had, you can't give up 14 total points, or 16, if my math is correct, 24-12, I can 28-12, 16. Yeah, you cannot give up 16 points on turnovers. That sort of deficit and really have a shot at winning. So, a lot of times you talk about games with the score line, the final score doesn't necessarily reflect how close the game was. This is definitely one of those because, again, even though the Lady Chieftains were close and, fell by, 10 points, you take away those points off turnovers, and it's a completely different ballgame all the way around. So
yeah, definitely a game that on paper it could look like Wamego, dominated most of the game, and quite frankly, I mean, they did have their moments, but then again, do not discount the fight that the Chieftains showed, and that's another thing Coach Loomis really liked from his squad tonight is that the fight and the rally that they showed. When they got down late, he just kind of turned them loose, and they kind of went out there and they attacked and did a great job. So.
It's all right. We will be back here on air in just over 24 hours as we will be here for the boys tip-off tomorrow night.
Yep.
Chieftains will be taking on.
They'll be taking on Jefferson West as Jeff West lost their Tuesday matchup to Metro Academy 60-48. So that's who Tonganoxie will be playing. and the Chieftains will be looking to pick up a win there and advance to play for 5th and 6th place Saturday here in the West Gym. Hopefully looking to take on the winner of Eudora and Wamego, who will play tomorrow just before the Chieftains play. So next time we are on air, we will know who is the winner between Eudora and Wamego, and we can kind of look at potential matchups for the Chieftains going forward. Next time you see the Lady Chieftains, it'll be on Friday at 4 here in the West Gym. Again, they'll be taking on the winners of this or the losers of this game, DeSoto and Bonner. Again, if you want to stay updated on all the brackets, you can go to Tonganation.org. You can go to Tonganoxie High School's Twitter, Facebook, any of those pages. I'm sure they always kept them up, up to date when I was coming here to school, and I imagine they still do the same. So, for my good old partner JR, I'm Dylan Funk, and from all of us here at the Harris Media Services, we wish you a good night. Take care, and we will see you in about 24 hours.
You've been watching Tonganoxie High School Athletics on your new home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by Brothers Market, Community National Bank, Midwest Chiropractic Center, SNS Auto Body, The White Birch Agency Realty Executives, Physical Therapy Solutions, First State Bank and Trust, the Tonganoxie Recreation Commission, and Wizard of Paws. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your home for the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live.